going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 5, Callbacks and Easter eggs. So obviously, spoiler warning if you haven't seen this episode, but we're going to talk about some callbacks and some Easter eggs and general discussion for Episode 805. So here we go, guys. So overall, I thought the episode was very good. Episode 805 connected the season so far pretty well, but there was also some callbacks and some Easter eggs to the comics, to prior episodes and seasons of The Walking Dead. But first, it was Dwight and the chess set in his room. And did you see anything connection with the figures and structures we've seen before with Daryl back in season 7 and even season 6 as well, with Daryl and Dwight, the connection there? But Dwight, the chessboard, jumped out at me in season 8 episode 5 was the chess set and the pieces and the pawns, and he's playing chess or making chess pieces for strategy. You have to move pieces, sacrifice things, set things up to take down the leader or your opponent, which would obviously be Negan. There was a nice connection between Eugene and Dwight being and the guy who's playing both sides, kind of get the workers to rise up against Negan, with the bag and the red paint being on Eugene's thumb, being on the bag as well. And it was a nice connection that we'll see later on down the road with Eugene, Dwight, Father Gabriel, and Dr. Carson as well. The chokehold. Chokehold's illegal. Did you see that before? Yes, we have. That was a callback from season 1 when Daryl Dixon was actually put in the chokehold by Shane instead of the other way around. There it is right there when they're at the camp in Atlanta. Chokehold's illegal. That came back around. Pretty cool. I like the callbacks on there, and there were a couple different callbacks this season and in this episode. The other was the helicopter. Now, I'm not sure if it's a callback or what, but let's talk about the helicopter a little bit here. Clearly, in the pilot episode, when Rick goes into Atlanta, there's a helicopter that draws the attention of some walkers. Rick looks up and sees the helicopter with the sheriff bag on the horse. He makes the turn, and all hell breaks loose with the walkers in Atlanta, but a helicopter is seen in the sky. We've seen a couple helicopters in the series, of course, but is this helicopter real? Only time will tell, but I think it is, or Rick is hallucinating or not, because Rick has had some hallucinations in the past. We'll talk about that as well. But Rick looks up into the sky, sees the helicopter. Where is it going? Is it going to the Saviors? Is it going to the Sanctuary? Is it going to the junkyard? Is it Jadis's group? Can't wait to find out. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below, guys. But we have seen something similar here in the past. Is that a helicopter pad right there at the junkyard that we saw in season 7? Also, the thing that was flying in the sky with the bad CGI. Is it Jadis related? Do they have a helicopter? That would be pretty crazy if they did. And where has it been all this time? But helicopter was seen. We know that Rick and Jadis will be seen next episode, so hopefully they answer it, if it's Jadis or not, or it's some other group. Is it the New World Order? Is it a crossover? Is it all the crazy stuff? Is it, people coming from Fear the Walking Dead to The Walking Dead? I doubt that one, but to me, it would either be the Saviors or Jadis. Now, is it a hallucination? We know Rick has dealt in the past with hallucinations back in season 3. I mean, Rick got punched in the face. He got choked out a little bit. Is he seeing things? He saw Lori. He saw Shane when they attacked the governor. He was seeing things. He wasn't in the right mind. Is he still in the right mind? Is it just coming back around? Was the helicopter real? Not sure yet, but like I said before, Rick has had hallucinations in the past with the phone call, talking to Lori, seeing Lori, Shane there. Can't wait to find out if it's real or not. The guts. Negan, Father Gabriel, they used guts on their clothes to get out, and I'm very interested to see if Father Gabriel actually got sick from this or not, but it's clearly a callback to season 1, season 6. Anytime they use the gut thing, I just wanted to put this picture up. I think it's a nice callback to Glenn Rhee. I do miss Glenn a little bit, but the story needed him to go, but the guts came back around. Father Gabriel has done it twice now. I don't know about putting the guts on my clothes like that, but if you got to do it to survive, you got to do it, right? So what do you think is up with Father Gabriel, though? Let's talk a little bit about him. Do you think he's sick? Do you think he's lying? You think he's faking? I don't think he's bit. I don't think he got bit at all. I think he would just get sick from the guts on him a little bit, or maybe, I don't know, because he was really sweating and pale in there. We have a picture of that in a second, but he looked okay right here when he's kneeling next to Negan. He walked in and he had some clothes and protection on. He had some fighting against the walkers, but I don't think he got bit. But when here he's in his cell, He was sweating pretty bad, and you really can't fake sweating like that, but he was all about talking to Eugene about getting to Dr. Carson. Dr. Carson's here. Maggie's doctor, Dr. Carson, because he's probably got to set up things to use Dr. Carson, Eugene, and whoever to get out of there, because Dr. Carson is there. That's Maggie's doctor from the hilltop. Remember, he's there back in season 7. Simon came and took him after his brother was killed by Negan, about that whole craziness. I don't know how you could just kill a doctor like that, but either way, that Dr. Carson is from the hilltop at the sanctuary now. But let's talk about Father Gabriel for another second. Is that if you know the comics, you know his comic death is pretty awesome. And I want that to happen on the show. It won't happen for a long time. But Father Gabriel is a different character from when we first met him. And he's a very, complex character in the story of The Walking Dead. And I like him a lot. We'll see if he gets his comic death or not. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys. And if you don't know what it is, if you want to know it or not, definitely look in the later issues of The Walking Dead. But I don't want to ruin it for you. But it's pretty awesome, and I hope it comes to the show. Now, last but certainly not least, let's talk about Mr. Negan himself. Yes, we finally got a Negan episode or part episode with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I liked it. I actually felt pretty cool with watching Negan there, and he was filming Rampage in Georgia, the first couple episodes of The Walking Dead. So he was filming this movie. It'll be out next year in 2018, so be on the look for that. But he was there with Father Gabriel, and a lot of people, if you haven't read Here's Negan, it's the mini-series comic of Negan himself, and that's what he was talking about with Father Gabriel and Lucille, his wife, what he used to do. He used to work with kids, and I don't want to give too much away, but Here's Negan is pretty cool. The comic origin story of Negan is pretty good. It's not a big, long series, but it's available now on Amazon and stuff like that. And if you want to know more about it, I recommend it. And hopefully they do more of that. I would love them to do a mini-series or at least have some more episodes of Negan, the backstory, because I think the show could benefit from getting the inside track of Negan and how he came to power at the sanctuary even more than they just told us. So there you go, guys. What do you make of the callbacks, the Easter eggs, the comic connections, the Here's Negan stuff? What do you think of it? Is it a real helicopter? Did you see the comic connections with Negan coming there? What do you make of Father Gabriel? Let me know your thoughts on all the different topics. Post your comments below, guys. And if you're on Instagram or Twitter, give me a follow at the PT channel. We post stuff there all the time. To be eligible for giveaways, got to be a member of on Instagram and our Walking Dead community page and group, a group and a page, 2 different areas. My book series, Fight for Us, an update. Book 4 is in the process, the final process now, and should be out this week, very soon. Books 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you can, hit that subscribe button, guys. Help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.